Good morning, dear colleagues. My name is Mukhametsharova from Nazarbayev Intellectual School of Physics and Mathematics in Taldykorgan. Welcome to my online lesson. Today, I'm going to present you the topic Different Places from unit number 4, The World Around Us. I covered this lesson with 3rd B grade, and I want to tell you that 3rd B grade is an immersion group. This class didn't have any lesson, any program which they could cover in the 1st and 2nd grades. This subject is new for them. According to the course plan, we had to cover the units as water everywhere, but we couldn't. Why? Because students cannot read and write. They didn't have any practice or ability in reading, listening, speaking, and writing in English. That is why this year we started from course plan of 2nd grade. And we plan to cover the course plan of 2nd grade, 1st and 2nd term. And also we are planning to cover the course plan of 3rd grade in a 4th and 3rd terms. So, learning objectives for today's lessons. Write familiar words to identify people, place, and objects. Listening 3. Recognize with support common names and names of places, and the spoken from a limited range of everyday and classroom words. Speaking 4. Respond to basic supported questions about people, object, and classroom routines. The lesson objectives. All learners will be able to name the countries, colors, and do the written exercises. Most learners will be able to write the personal information into passport. Some learners will be able to complete all exercises without mistakes, sometimes without teacher support. The success criteria for this lesson are: color the flags with appropriate color, say the names of nations and the colors, make their own passport and decorate it. As you see from our learning objectives, lesson objectives, and success criteria, we are going to speak about nationalities and countries. For every lesson, we have new vocabulary. We can also explain this new vocabulary at the beginning lesson, or in the middle, or while the activities. We don't need to say the translation if it is easy to understand or when we show pictures. But if some students have some difficulties in understanding, we may give them the translations in English or in Kazakh. Why in the 2 languages? In a 3rd B immersion group, they are immersion into Kazakh language. So there are different nationalities in this class. There are Kazakh, Russian, Korean students. That is why we may use both languages, Kazakh and Russian. But it is really good if we use only English and sometimes only Kazakh. We used Russian language because we have 2 new students, and they didn't learn in Kazakh grades in other schools. So Dear colleagues, let me start and explain about the beginning of our lesson. So, as I told that this is the first year of this class to start English, we usually use videos for physical training, for explaining new topic, and it's really easy for them to understand and keep their motivation at all lessons. So, to start the lesson with the song and doing exercises. Now I will show you one video. In the video you will see how we'll start our lesson. Video number 1.
Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good evening, good night, good night. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you too. Goodbye, goodbye, see you.
Once more.
Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good night. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you too. Goodbye, goodbye, see you. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, my dear children. Let's go to back,
You
please.
see, in the video, students sing a song together with me. But I didn't give them the words of this song. We practiced this song about 2 weeks. And they were really interested in this song, and we created the actions ourselves together with students. Then, doing this exercise every day helped them to memorize, to learn new words like good morning, good evening, good afternoon, goodbye, and see you. Now they know for sure when to greet anyone. Then I gathered students at the back of the classroom. There I showed them different words to read. Learners who reads the word correctly and takes the card. Who gathers all cards or most cards than others will be winner. That is the point, to interest the students, to get more cards in order to be winner. Now let us watch the video and see how did I cover this activity. Video number 2.
I have different cards with different words. If you can say, please read the word. Please.
Wish.
Please. No.
Wish.
No.
Wish.
No.
Wish.
Wash.
Wash.
Wash. If you can read the word wash, I give this card for you. Okay?
Yes.
I have so many cards here, and we'll see who will have so many cards. Okay?
Yes.
So, please, who can read?
Math. Math.
Math. Once more. Math.
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 Okay. Please.
Fish.
Nova, you're at first. Thank you. So next. Zlata, you read correctly. What? Thank you. Heel. Thank you. King. Thank you. Duck. Let's just read duck. So, leak. Okay. Fan. Thank you. Good. Now I will give one card. I will show one card for one pupil. Others, keep this out. Okay. Rasul? Right? Right? Is you right?
Yes.
Thank you. Alika? Sock. Okay. Alan? Good. Sick, right? Don't say anything, okay? Alika? No. Go on. How? Yes, please. Zlata? Great, please. Julia? Oh, difficult word. What is it? What is it? Yes, wall. Julia? B. No. Bath. Yes, Alika, right. Julia? Julia? B-E-L-L. What? No. Bell. So, Alika? R-O-C-K. R-O-C-K. Rock. Thank you, sir. Dita? Sing. Okay, next word? Wing. Okay. Rasul? Right. Alika? Ben. Alika? Alan? Correct. Alika? Good. No. B. Bath. Okay. Alika? Chat. Yes, Julia, you are quite right. Alika? Chick. Yes. Go ahead. What? No. Bell. Lana, right? So next. No. Chin. Okay. Тихо. Чип. Это чипсы, да? Оттуда один лежит. У него ножа команда. Чип. Окей. Юля? Are you Julia? What is this? Chop. Thank you. Dish. Doll. Rasul. Tall. Alika. Wash. Repeat. Wash. Next. Math. Correct. Band. Yes, you got this. No. Bell. Sing. Oh no. Sorry. First was Zlata. Please, Zlata. Okay, thank you very much. Now how many cards do you have? How many? Three. How many? Three. How many? Four. Thank you. How many? One. How many? Three. Go for it. Two. Four. Two. Five. And five. Who is the winner? Конкретненько. Amir and Vika. Thank you very much. Let's go back.
Dear colleagues, this kind of activity you can organize at every lesson as I am. Why? Because this activity is really easy and helpful to explain new words or to repeat the last material, the previous material, and sometimes practice reading. At this lesson, you see, I used new words, which is not connected with the lesson, which wasn't covered at my previous lesson. Why? In the first and second grades, students learn how to read and also cover some grammatical structures. But in this third B grade, we don't have so much time to explain in details how to read and write. We try to cover it as quick as we can, because in the third and the fourth term we have to read the concrete sentences. We have to write the concrete texts. Also, the trainers told us to cover words, not sounds, not dividing them into vowels and consonants. It's really easy, but sometimes it's really effective. You see in your screen the words like bell, bath, bang, ball, chin, chick, check, chat, doll, dish, chop, chip. You see what kind of sounds we practiced in this activity. Letters like b, b, sounds like ch, and letters like d. This activity really showed me, could my students read or not? If I used the words which they know, looking at the picture, they just can say by their memory the translation of the word. That is why, in order to know for sure can they read short words or they can't, helped these new words. Next lesson I also going to cover these words, but with a translation. That will be the repeating of previous material. Also, in this activity I spoke only in English. You may say, how students understand all my speech? Because this activity I organize at my every lesson. So they are a little bit familiar with the rules, what to do next. Even I speak in English and showing with the gestures who will be the next one, they understand me very easy. You know, and maybe you noticed, in the video, one student is really weak. She needs a little bit help in reading the words. Her name is Yulia. Of course, I work with her individually. I work with her in my extra lessons, and she now makes a little bit progress, which helps her to be familiar with all materials. Okay, next. To show a video and guess what is the new topic of the lesson, also sometimes that to motivate our students, and it is like a short rest between activities. What was that? Let's watch the video.
Балалар, бүгінгі біздің сабағымыз не? Соны қазір келесі видеоны көргеннен кейін маған айтыңдаршы, жарай ма? Жарайды.
Where are you from? 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 Canada? Korea? Italy? China? America? Australia? Japan? India?
Балалар, бүгінгі бір сабақ не ол? Қазақша, нации. Қазақша қалай? Елдер, ұлт.
This video was really nice and short. Of course, it helps students to understand very quickly what will be the new topic of the lesson. In the video you see, we heard several times the sentence, where are you from? This is a new sentence, new phrase in this lesson. As it was the first lesson, I didn't give so many attention to this word, but next lesson, I of course pay more attention to this sentence, and showing 2 or 3 times the video helps students quickly memorize the phrase. And this grade is perfect with their understanding and quick getting the information. They also like musics. Any type of music concerning to their topic, they memorize very quickly. Also, this is not the first grade, this is not the second grade. That is why they know how to read and write in their own language. That is why it's not so difficult to explain them how to read and write in English. Okay, so next activity, after guessing what is our new topic, I gave a worksheet for every student. You see it in your screen. And there are 6 flags of 6 countries. According to the colors, they have to color them. Some students understand it very quickly, but some not. Some students ask me help, or sometimes ask the colors, and after hearing my speech, they understood, because some of them, as I told before, cannot read yet. So let us watch the video number 4.
Менің қолымда не бар? Ту. 6 түрлі мектептің туы бар. Олар қандай түсті? Абында түс бар ма? Okay. Now your task is to color these flags. To color these flags. Now, do you have a pencil case? Do you have pencils? Yes. Show me blue pencil. Good, Kaka. Show me red pencil. Yes. Show me green pencil. Yes, green, good. Show me orange pencil. Orange. Okay. Show me please. Yellow pencil. Yellow, good, yellow, good. What is yellow? Yes, yellow. Okay. Now your task is to color these flags according to the colors. Төменгі жаққа мен сендерге түстерді жазып қойдым. Сендер әр флагты дұрыс түспен бояу керексіңдер.
Nationality. Please. She's from Spain. What's her nationality? She's from Russia.
Now it's Ireland.
What's her nationality?
Green, white, orange.
She's Russian.
Poland. Oh, how nice.
She's
France.
Irish.
France. Blue, white, red. Blue,
Where's
white,
John?
red. Blue, white,
They're Indian.
It is next Ireland. Green,
Where are
white,
Miyuki and Hiroshi?
black, red, and yellow. Black, red, and yellow.
Is Dutch made in China? Is Sophie Dutch?
Oh,
Yes, she is.
green, white, orange.
He isn't. He's green.
Green, white, and orange. Finished? This is red.
Are they American?
This is white.
Yes, they are.
This is red. This is white.
Are they Indonesian? Yes, they are. Are they from Mexico?
Finish? Oh, great. Gohar is finished. Let's stop. Very good. Okay, dance.
You see in the video that for some students I helped to recognize the colors. This is, this is supporting weak students. Hold the lesson exactly at this exercise. I didn't use the differentiation because students want to be in a one level. They want to be as quick as others, as smart as others, and supporting of these weak students also make them feel that they are in a one level with others. While doing the exercise as coloring the flags, maybe you noticed from the video that I used a video. First of all, I used a video in order to have the concrete limit of time. And when the video started, students started to work. And when the video finished, I asked students to stop coloring. Also, in the video, we watched the same nationalities or countries. We heard the names of the boys or girls from some other countries. Watching to the video and listening in the same time during the exercise helped students to know the limit of their exercise time and memorize the sentence like what's a nationality. You see, using the videos helped me to use or to introduce two phrases. First was, where are you from? The second was, what's the nationality? And also you noticed that before starting to start coloring their flags, I checked, do they know colors well? Using their pencil case and their pens, they show me how smart are they in recognizing the colors. And in the next video, you will see how I checked this activity.
Show you flags on the board. You should tell me the colors. So what color are these? Go ahead. Black. France. Blue. White and red. Show me. Покажите мне. Көрсетіңізші маған. Okay, good. Yes, correct. Very nice, Abigail. What about you, Alisa? Very good. Zlata, cool. Alan, show me your France. Thank you. Now, Alisa, tell me the colors. Alisa, tell me the colors. Island, yeah. What color? Green, white, and orange. Show me your flags. Good. Show me Zlata. Good. Go far. Very good. Alisa still. Okay, good. Next is Vika. Please. What country is this? Alisa. German. What color?
Black,
red, and yellow. Thank you. Now, next is Alan. What country? Poland. What colors? White and red. Thank you. What color? Japan.
So, in the video it is clearly seen how I checked the activity according to the flags. Now, the next activity was making a passport. In a course plan, we know that we have so many interesting activities for cutting, gluing, coloring or sticking. It's really interesting for them, not only writing and reading at the lesson, not only dancing or listening the songs. And this activity also was one of the interesting part of this lesson. According to the task, they had to cut, then glue some pictures which is given for them before. And now watch, how did they do that?
We need a passport. Yes, we need a passport. I will give these passports for you, okay? You will cut these passports, okay? Cut these passports, cut, okay? Here, here. Also, countries. Countries. French, Ireland, German, Poland, Japan, Kazakhstan. You will cut from here. Yes, Paris. And glue here. Glue degeniz here. Жақсылап. Glue here. Тапсырма түсінікті ма? Сұрақ бар ма? Бастаймыз.
What? Nationality. What's your nationality? We're Scottish. She's Russian. Where is Sophie from? She's from Spain. What's her nationality? They're South Korean.
While the lesson, listening the video according to the nationalities, they started cutting all these passports. Everyone prepared their own passport. Then in the stamps you see different countries. But according to our flags, we had only one country, that is Eiffel Tower, France. That is why I asked students only to cut stamp of the France and glue it into their passports. Also, they could finish this activity at home. That was the beginning of their home task, but they also could finish it at home. My target was explain to them how to write their surnames, their names, their nationalities, their date of birth and the place of the birth. That was my target. That is why I didn't pay attention so much time on the stamps. And this is a really made passports of students. How did they finish it? At home. But world travel information they fulfilled in the class, because some students cannot do it at home by themselves. Okay, now let's watch video number 7.
Бірінші сендерде Антыға сен өз ұмытын жазасың. Келесі date of birth деп терілген. Бұл жерге біз өзіміздің айқайқашы туған күнімізді жазамыз. Ең соңы place деп тұр. Сендерде place of birth. Біз мұнда не жазамыз? Қай жерде дүниеге келдік, соны жазамыз. Бастаңды. Ахат.
Неге қашы жоқ?
Аллаху.
Мына, ала.
Surname.
These two passports are a result of their work. A girl wrote all her information in English, but a boy wrote the place of both in Kazakh. It's not bad, it's very good, because he know what to write and where. Next activity was short. Here I explained the differences of endings as n, en, ish and is. Here I explained the differences of the word country and nationality. Students in pairs very quickly wrote these words using endings and showed to me. Next activity was to show them the different pairs of images and have to say which one is Kazakh. You see the questions at the bottom of each picture. Which one is national costume of Kazakh? They should say 1 or 2. Maybe they can say first or second. And the Kazakh and the English or Russian language are also greeted. Next is which one is national instrument. Next one is which one is national house. And the last one is which one is national food. This activity was organized with PowerPoint presentation. Also, I used other pictures, but today I am showing you only 4 of them. At the beginning of the lesson, my students like to sing a song, as in the beginning, so at the end too. Now, let us watch what we did.
Jump up high. Okay. Clap your hands. Sit down.
Stand up.
1, 2, 3.
Goodbye, see you, my friends. Goodbye, see you, my friends.
This is a short extract of the video. You see, all the physical trainings and some activities I did together with students. They really like when teacher does everything together with them. And we are supporters, and it's really easy to do this exercise with them. Don't be shy. So, this lesson I organized, or I covered only for you. Not only for you, for me. It was a good practice to work in this 3rd B immersion group. It's a new project. In order to cover all these materials, I used the following sites and the following course plan of 2nd grade. If you know, or if you know the following site, here all our materials are published, and you can see again this online lesson there. Thank you very much for your attention.